So there are a few things that I want to address and talk about again, um, that I've been thinking about in the last few days again. I have been seeing videos and news and posts from like-minded people, and then generally reading the news sometimes, even though usually, of course, they're always toxic, negative, and so I have to do my best to stay away from, negative energies because I'm a sensitive empath, highly sensitive earth angel woman, and already been dealing with enough negativity in my life. So it is just one thing that I need to pay attention to, you know, to stay away from and to just let it be. Maybe you resonate with this. But anyway, I happened to see this news about here in Finland, social services taking children away from their families, their parents, because those parents cannot set healthy boundaries with those children. And at the same time, of course, this news made me sad in a way. And of course, my heart goes out to those families and children anyway, because no child should be taken from their family naturally. But of course, I understand at the same time that, if they are just doing the right thing, when they're doing their job, when they see that parents just cannot do their duty, because it is a parent's duty and a job to be guiding the child, to be protecting them, of course, but also teaching healthy boundaries. And well, personally, of course, I always think that there is a solution to everything, because that's also a big part of my personal values and what I have discovered and studied throughout the years. Because anyway, I was always a positive person, even though things were very, very heavy, very, very abusive and toxic to me, like my toxic exes, for example, who were putting me down, and my narcissistic mother. And the fact that I never had a father either, that my own father got schizophrenic when I was 3 years old. And so this kind of news just makes me think. It made me think, and I just felt that I'm going to be talking about this in a video. That's again, it's a big reminder of the boundary issue, that we always need boundaries with other people. And like I was just saying in a video, children should be taught respect and healthy boundaries towards others, because this is exactly the issue that we're dealing with later on in life. If children are not raised properly, and they always think that they can do anything, that they don't need to respect others and all of that they can be abusive. Well, of course, there is a huge trap in this situation. So it's no wonder that we have these narcissistic people around that you feel like you cannot say anything because they attack you. Well, this is a clear reminder of this issue, that they have not been raised in a way that they would actually respect another person. And they just think that they can just treat anyone like a garbage bag, especially when it comes to us sensitive empaths and highly sensitive people. Apparently, I don't want to live in this kind of world. I never would have imagined that this is even real. And maybe you resonate with these thoughts and feelings that I'm sharing. But anyway, this is a very alarming sign that the parents nowadays don't know how to raise their children properly, that they are rather being friends than authorities, in a way that they would be teaching their children about healthy boundaries, and that you can get disappointed in life, because of course disappointments can be natural, you know, because life is not all like dancing on roses, especially for some people. So, but anyway, of course, at the same time, we need common sense and what is everyone's situation. Like, again, on the contrary, then there are us who have been through serious childhood trauma and had to survive on our own. And so it's like, well, nothing's perfect and nothing has to be perfect. But anyway, common sense and healthy boundaries are so needed, so vital with people. And this is just a reminder of that, because no child should be brought up thinking that they can just, disrespect others. So every child should learn how to love themselves, to love others, to show compassion and empathy. And so it's not natural, it's not normal to be like psychopathic or narcissistic. Those are, again, demonic entities, demonic energies, negative, toxic vibrations in a person. So they are, again, not acceptable, and parents just have a big influence, of course, in a child's life. So this is really important, that it should be considered before people have children, because there is this obligation and responsibility and accountability to teach children how to behave, how to treat others, how to treat themselves too, because you cannot give, again, what you don't have. So if you don't love yourself, if you don't take care of yourself, you cannot be loving or taking care of anyone else either. So again, it's always because we are about oneness. So what you have, you can give. What you don't have, you can't give. But anyway, of course, they should be normally communicated. But of course, if you cannot normally communicate, then, what do you have? What other choice do you have except, take that child away? But of course, healthy communication should always take place before that would happen, so that the whole situation would be maybe fixed and solved. But yes, it gets a lot harder to tell an adult how to behave than a child. So of course it should start as soon as possible when the child is young.